like you lost another one.
What's up, guys? Keyshawn Chia here, back at you with another alternate universe. What if? And this is going to be, well, a new part to what if Deku was the son of SCP 1903 Gene Secret. Now, pretty much due to y'all guys was asking for more, here goes another part. And I think this is part 3 or 4? Fourth, correct? Fourth? Yeah, probably 4. Yeah, 4 of this series. Now, due to the high demand, I will give a small recap and we'll continue with the next parts. For this small recap, what last happened, pretty much Deku got a phone call from the computer, the SCP computer, to ask him for help to help him escape and, to escort him out of the facility so he can get his freedom, which Deku agreed upon for his family to get their name cleared so the facility, or you could say the Foundation, doesn't have to keep chasing after them and want to capture them. And also, so they can live their life. Now, Deku went to the facility in America, in a dead zone, pretty much to get SCP, you could say the computer out, and also to get another SCP out, the mask, you could say. Now, Deku got the mask out and pretty much got SCP, the computer out, and also got a couple other SCPs out, which is the Nine-Tailed Fox, you could say Nine-Tailed Fox woman, and also the werewolf woman. Those 2 SCPs. Now, once they got free, they're pretty much living with Deku now. Now, this is the short recap. Let's pretty much continue with the new stuff. Now, we start off with pretty much you could say Deku in his house, laying in the bed, which sleeping with no shirt on, which pretty much well, you could say he's sleeping in his own. Well, no, he's pretty much sleeping naked, which he wakes up seeing the Nine-Tailed Fox beside him, which he sees her and he says, oh yeah, I remember. And she says, "Good morning, sleepyhead," which she's beside him. Now, Deku pretty much gets up and says, alright, well, I gotta head back to school. Well, head back to my high school and pretty much get to the classes. Which, pretty much, you could say, she says, well, I'll come with you. Which Deku says, no, it's not, you can't really come because you're not a student. I don't know, maybe I can ask the rope, maybe I can ask the computer if he can pull some strings to get you into school. I don't know. Which Deku says, well, are you hungry? Do you want me to cook you anything? Which she says, yeah. And she pretty much asks for, you could say liver. Like, you could say a liver. Liver and sushi and stuff. Some of that stuff. Which Deku says, alright. This is where Deku goes downstairs and cook up some food and stuff. And also some breakfast. And this is where everybody comes downstairs. And all that. And this is where a person comes downstairs and he has the mask beside his, you could say his pants. And he says, "Good morning, Deku," which he says, "SCP? The mask? Is that your mask beside you?" But he says, yeah. Apparently so Hex knows some magic. And she pretty much conjured up some magic for me to, pretty much, oops, hold on. Yeah, she pretty much conjured some magic for me, which she pretty much gave me the ability to take off this mask and pretty much still keeps his body. So if I put on the mask, I can pretty much put the mask on someone else and I can transfer my whole, you could say, soul and stuff, or you could say power, into someone else, and I can pretty much still have this body. I can control 2 bodies at once, Deku says, huh, neat. Now, Deku and all the SCPs are all sitting down eating and stuff. And Hex, she's pretty much feeding, you could say the werewolf girl a meal saying, say, which werewolf girl's blushing and eating food and stuff. And which she's saying, good girl, which she's, you could say, itching her hair and stuff, and she's joining, which Deku says, can you please stop? Not now. Which Hex laughs. Now, they pretty much get dressed and head off to school. Or you could say the UA High Academy. And they're pretty much talking to each other saying, you think Mom and Dad would get mad at us for letting those SCPs in the house? Which Deku says, no, probably not. She probably want to talk to the computer and want to ask more questions of like why did he bring us in the facility and why did we saw the straight apart and stuff. She's probably gonna think we're traumatized. Which Hex says, probably not. We just killed a lot of guards to protect our house. Which Deku says, you got a point. No, they head into school and they pretty much saying hey to Deku and also saying hi to Hex. And they're sitting down. They're pretty much sitting down and yeah. Well yeah, you pretty much say they all sitting down and doing work. This is where you could say Uraka sends Hex a note saying, can we talk? Can we talk later on? And she sends the note back saying, yeah, sure, we can talk. Now, pretty much Deku is doing, you could say doing his work until he sees a vision. You could say a future vision, which someone has that quirk in America, where they can see the future. But, their future vision is crap, so they didn't know the facility was about to get attacked and get kicked and everybody get murked. But Deku pretty much, fixed it up and make the quirk better. He pretty much sees the future of what's going to happen next season. Huh. Okay. He pretty much says art. Now, this is where the teacher Razorhead pretty much is talking about the sports festival and what's going to happen and stuff, which everybody is getting excited and saying yeah and stuff. But Razorhead pretty much says, oh, and we have some new students coming in the classroom. Which Deku says, huh, new students. And Hex thinking the same thing, saying the SCPs. Now this is where you could say the SCPs comes in. And they pretty much introduce themselves, which one's saying, hi, I'm Mask, or you could just call me the Mask guy. Which they're saying, okay. The Nine-Tailed Fox girl says, you can call me Foxy for short, which half of the boys, you could say half of the boys, and you could say Banana saying, whoa, she's hot. Now, of course, the wolf girl comes in, or the wolf woman, and she's pretty shy, saying, hi, I'm Wolf. Which Hex, when she sees Hex, and she runs up to her and jumps on her. Prisoner's licking her face, saying, Hex. But she says, alright, calm down, girl. Now, Uraka is a little bit, jealous, you could say, of like that wolf girl hopping on her. But pretty much they take their seats and stuff, and Razorhead pretty much explains the whole sports festival and stuff and all that. But everybody's excited, including the Nine-Tailed Fox, saying, I can't wait to see, which Deku can read her mind, hearing her saying, I can't wait to see him go in action. Deku was smiling, saying, alright. Now, the sports festival pretty much comes in, and they're pretty much all, you could say, ready and stuff, have their uniform. This is where the Mask, you could say the Mask, pretty much comes up close to Deku and saying, so, you pretty much gonna explain to me what's the game's about? Which Deku says, ain't you already listened to the teacher? Which she says, nah, I was too busy talking with the girls. Which I kinda have a thing for this girl named, what's her name again? Oh yeah, Momochiki. Which which Deku says, huh, you have a thing for her. She says, yeah, I am a god, you could say. I can manipulate and do whatever I want. Which Deku says, well, don't try to do that to her. She says, nah, I have a thing for her. Now, they pretty much go to the sports school and they have their talk. Well, Deku pretty much becomes the announcer. And he pretty much goes up to the stand and has his speech and stuff and talking and making some jokes and saying, but he says, I am in class 1A, but that doesn't mean I'm like some type of, cool or god or anything. Everybody has their own unique gift and they can pretty much show their power into this UA high and show their, strength and stuff and the power of their quirk and what they can do with it. But everybody's cheering and, having, getting excited saying, yeah, except for the, that one class saying, oh, of course, from class 1A, but I try to say all that stuff to get over everybody's good side. And Deku hears that and says, it was gotta be one of them. Now, all of it pretty much goes differently. For the, you could say race one, where everybody would quick start racing. Deku, you could say you could say bunny hopping left to right, and when he gets to the mines, he pretty much jumps over the mines and does a backflip that lands, and he pretty much lifts his arm up and saying, "Hey, I won." Which everybody's getting excited to say, "Wow, what's his quirk like? Is it like a mutation quirk? Like they're trying to know what his quirk is, but." And plus, he has a one eye patch, so everybody's saying, and where, like, what happened to his eye? Like, why he's wearing eye patch? Like, they're trying to know many questions. They're trying to know him, including the girls. All the girls are getting fond of him, trying to know, like, who the heck is he? Now, pretty much for the, you could say, I forgot the name of the, pretty much, event, but I think it was like the rope, I think the climbing event or rope. I forgot what it is, but pretty much Deku is in first, and he has the 100 headband or 1,000 headband. I forgot. But pretty much, Deku is looking for team members, and his sister, and pretty much his sister Hex says, "I'm joining. I'm on your team, brother." Which, uh, you could say, the werewolf woman says, "I'm on the team." Which the fox says, "Me too." And the masked man says, "Yeah, I can do it too." And then you got the computer guy, which he says, I don't want to be on no other teams. I'd rather be on your teams. Now, they have their whole team set. Now, they're pretty much, in the middle, and the bell goes off, and it says, you mark your set, go. Now, the computer is pretty much calculating, like, where's the best position to go, or where to turn, or where to pretty much head out, and what's the higher probability chance of winning, which he says, Deku, if all of us jump up and Deku use his quirk one for all, which Deku says, how do you know about my quirk? But she says, I linked in your data. When you pretty much hooked me into your phone, I was linked to the network data system, and I pretty much saw all the cameras and saw how you guys experimenting and what quirk you have and stuff. Which Deku says, huh, okay. Now, pretty much, he pretty much told Deku to, when everybody jumps, use your quirk to, pretty much, to create a ice sphere, or a ice, like, sphere to lift us up. And we will be up there for a long time, which we get a guaranteed win, which no one has a good quirk here. This is where Deku says, okay, and when they do 3, 2, 1 jump, they pretty much all jump, and they create a whole ice sphere to lift them up in the sky. Now they're pretty much up there, off, and no one can really beat them, so they pretty much got first in that guarantee. Now, here comes the fights. Now, the fights are a little bit different now, because since some SCPs are in there, they're pretty much powerful. Now, for the Indeda, Sedeta, I pretty much said it wrong, but his name, but the one with glasses, He's pretty much in the match, but he lost to the plant girl, and now it's like the Ninetales and the plant girl, and she's pretty much walking on Foxy, you know, holding her hand under her chin, saying, are you gonna try to defeat me?" Which you could say the plant girl is getting a little bit blushing and saying, yeah. Which she used her plans to try to grab the Ninetale Fox girl. You could say in the SCP, which she blitzes her and pretty much send her flying to me. Send her flying to the ring. Which she says, if only I can kill her. Maybe I could have ate her. Which she says, oh well. And walks away, which everybody's saying, wow, did you see that? And like everybody's getting excited and stuff. Now, the masked man and you could say Momoshiki is next. Now, the masked man is pretty much saying, hey there, and pretty much give her a wink, which she's blushing hard and saying, I gotta focus, I have to beat him. Which she pretty much throws her acid quirk at him, which it pretty much hit his skin, and he's pretty much saying, what kind of power is this? And his wound is pretty much healing. And saying, do you have some acid power or something? Which she says, no, it's part of my quirk, it's like acid, which he says, oh, so you have an acid quirk. But she pretty much grabs her hands and pretty much kisses it and says, what a beautiful quirk you have there. Which she's blushing extra hard, and she's getting influenced by him anymore and about to get manipulated. Now, pretty much half of the other girls sees on screen and TV, but he's not having his mask on, so the SCP facility, like, they tap into things, but they're just saying, like, is that? No, it can't be. And they're pretty much trying to find it. Now, pretty much he's kissing her hand and she's blushing harder and stuff, and she's saying, what are you doing? But she says, well, I have a liking to you. I like you, you could say. But she's like blushing hard and stuff. Now all the other girls are saying, man, I wish that was me. Which I ain't gonna lie, the mask, he's really handsome. Like his body is like has the muscles and stuff, but he's really handsome, and it could work guaranteed. Now he's pretty much he goes for a kiss on her lips, and everybody sees in the arena, including the teachers and stuff, saying, what's he doing? Which Momo Chicky gets blushy harder and stuff. He says, why did you kiss me? He says, well, I want you to be mine. And she says, what? And she's pretty much like staggering and stuff, and he pretty much says, I give you this. I'll let you get to the next round if you go out. But she's saying, okay. She pretty much pushes and says, okay. Now, the mask man, or you could say the mask pretty much, the SCP hops off the stage and says, I'm done. And pretty much everybody's saying, what? And they're confused of what he just did, but the girls are just cheering him on, saying, oh my god, yes! And just saying, he only did that because he wanted to let her win. He has like, I wish that was me. Like, all the girls are just saying all that stuff, which the boys are saying, I mean, he is smooth though, so they start cheering him on too, saying they want to be like him. Now, for the computer, for the arena, he was, we're gonna say he was fighting Snap. He was fighting Snap because he got a second chance in this action. And the computer is calculating, and he's pretty much saying, alright. He pretty much turns into you could say a Bruce Lee. He switched into a Bruce Lee fighting style. Pretty much watching our movie and learning how to do Bruce Lee fighting style. And he's pretty much telling, you could say Snap to come at him. Actually, no, I'll take that back. It's not Snap. It's Bakugo. Because we're gonna say this is a fight between Bakugo and now, actually no, I'll take that back. Let's see who. The one with the electricity. We're gonna say him, but his quirk in class 1. I forgot his name, but I will research it later. But he's pretty much coming in saying, "You ready to lose?" Which computer is pretty much saying, yeah, sure, if you say so. He, switched into the Bruce Lee fighting style, which everybody's confused with, like, what's he doing? Because we're gonna say no one doesn't know about Bruce Lee. Only some people saying, is that Bruce Lee fighting style? We're gonna say some martial artists would have their quirk and they know that fighting style. Now, he's pretty much in the stance of Bruce Lee, and we're gonna say the one with the electric quirk. As far as a vote, like you could say, trying to grab him to shock down lightning on him. This is where he pretty much out counter him, and you could say punch him. You could say smack him in the face, and then does a kick, just like a sweep kick. Well, no, does a bicycle, like a up leg kick 2 times at his face, and then he does you could say a back kick, like a spin back kick on his face, and send him flying out the ring. Which everybody's saying, whoa! And, the computer's saying, huh? It was a, it was a, it was a 98% chance of me winning if I messed up in anything. And he pretty much walks up. Now for the wolf girl, the wolf girl was fighting against Hex, and she's pretty much saying, "Are you ready?" Which you could say, the SCP, the werewolf woman, pretty much hops off. She pretty much hops stage, and Hex says, "No, that's not what I said." And she says, "All right." And Hex pretty much won because, like I said, the werewolf woman is pretty much kind of has a, you could say, thing for her. Now for the last couple of fights, everything else goes the same, you could say. And this is where the top 3 comes in. Well, top 4. Now, Hex versus the robot. Now, they pretty much looking at each other. Because we're going to say Mujiki got lost by it. Now, and actually, no. It's not the robot, the computer, and the Hex. No, it's the Ninetales Fox. And pretty much Hex. Now, they're staring each other down, and they blitz each other. They blitz each other, and they pretty much at face to face, holding, like, clashing each other with both claws. Well, grabbing their both hands with claws, and she's looking at her with the red eye, which Hex is looking at her with her red eyes, and that's how Fox is looking at her with some red eyes too, and they pretty much is clashing out with each other, left and right, trying to get the cut off each other, slashing, like, they're pretty much going off the blood. Now, this is where you could say Hex saying, "What do you want with my brother? I just have some bad vibes about you." Which, the Nighttale Fox, the SCP, you could say the Nighttale Fox, she pretty much saying, "Oh, nothing much. I just want him to make him mine forever." Which she pretty much, Hex grits her teeth and goes for a slash, and pretty much nails the slash off her. She backs up holding her arm, saying, "Why do you care?" And she pretty much gets even madder and saying, because he's my brother. And he was always there for me. Even when we was kids." Which Nighttale Fox saying, "Huh, I see you really care for your brother." And no one else can hear what's going on. But Nighttale Fox pretty much says, "Well, I want him to be mine so we can have children." Which Hex says, "Uh?" And she says, "Yeah, I want him to be the one to pregnant me." Which Hex says, "Huh, okay. But if you hurt him, I will kill you." This is where she pretty much goes for a leap and clash. And they clash it out, and pretty much Hex wins. Because we're going to say Hex has more fighting experience, and her quirk is this with blood control. It's pretty much powerful. Or you could say hovering. But now, the rest of the battles. Now, this is between pretty much, we're going to say, who should be the next fight? The fight between, Yeah, the Momoshiki. No, not Momoshiki. Uh, Pretty much this is a fight between Hex, Hex and the computer, and then the other fight would be against Todoroki and Deku. You could say, because we're gonna say Todoroki is in there. Now, Hex pretty much is a little bit like anticipating, trying to see what the computer's gonna do, and he's pretty much trying to calculate all the possibilities of winning, but he doesn't see no possibility of winning except for one, but it's like a 0% chance, 0.1% chance, which he pretty much says, I'm not taking that chance. And he pretty much says, I'm quit. And he walks out the arena, which Hex wins, which she's pretty much saying, why did you quit? Which he says, there was only one way for me to win, and it was a 0% chance of me winning. And to win that, I had to pretty much let you cut me, and you pretty much lick my blood, which my blood would be vowed to you as a toxin, but you probably not do that. But I had to probably make that possibility happen, but I didn't want to do that. That's too much a hassle, and walks away. Now, Hex is pretty much in, you could say, the final leads in. This is where the fight with Todoroki and Deku is about to happen. Before that, this is where Nether comes in, and he's pretty much talking to Deku, saying, I pay you a lot of money to make my son use his quirk. Which Deku looks at him and smiles and pretty much bitch slaps him. Says, don't ever try to make me try to become friends. Like, we're already friends. Don't ever try to don't ever try to use me to have him use his quirk like that. At first, I was about to already have him do that. Don't ever say that again in my face. Which Nether gets mad about the lights of fire to Deku. Punches him in the gut, sent him flying out the boys. You could say the boys' locker room. Which Todoroki sees it, and he sees his dad pretty much punched out. And which Deku walks out and says, oh hey Todoroki, you ready for the match? Which Todoroki says, yeah, Deku, let's go. And he pretty much, while they're walking, he asks, what was that with you and my dad? Which he says, oh, nothing, he just pissed me off. He had the face that just pissed me off. Now, they're pretty much having a match, and they're going to start duking it out. Deku's pretty much dodging his attacks, and he creates an opposite wave, which we're gonna say, he creates a same ice block, and when Todoroki does his ice thing, and he pretty much counter his. Now, Todoroki is saying, what? How does he have the same quirk as me? And they're doing the same thing, which Deku can keep using the ice thing without delay, like it doesn't affect him. And he's pretty much saying, come on, Todoroki. You have to use your other quirk. Which he's saying, no, it's his quirk. Which Deku pretty much starts laughing hard, like maniacally. Like he's laughing so hard that everybody else is like getting a little bit creeped out, but they start laughing with him. And Todoroki is getting mad and saying, which Deku says, Todoroki, you're such an idiot. You're such a buffoon. You're such foolish. It's not his quirk, you idiot. It's your quirk. You can use it whatever you want to. Like, it's your own quirk. It's not his. Which, this is where you could say Todoroki sets the fire off. And he says, you asked for this, Deku. Which, pretty much, Deku was saying, alright, I asked for it. Let's go then. And he pretty much leaps at, you could say, Todoroki. Todoroki does both of them at once. Which Deku pretty much, we're going to say he out-countered him and did the full counter. And pretty much sends back at Todoroki and he hits the wall. And he passes out. Which Deku gets the win. And he's pretty much saying, do you feel better now? Which everybody's cheering, which Todoroki looks at him and he says, yeah. And he smiles and passes out. And this is where Deku pretty much picks him up and takes him to the front. Now, this is the fight between Hex and Deku. Now, this fight is going to be the most intense fight ever. you could say, to brother and sister lovely bond. Now, when the guy says the mark is go, Deku and Hicks start walking around each other, suckering around the ring. And they pretty much both smile, which the teachers are saying, what's happening? Which, all my saying, I think they're sizing each other up, calculating what's the best possible way to fight. Which, before you know it, they're blitzing each other and doing a high kick on each other, and doing multiple kicks on each other, which Deku does a backflip. And he pretty much does an ice move, which Hex does use the one for all quirk and does it to short smash. Which everybody's saying, what? She has another quirk? And looks like All Might's quirk. Which she pretty much jumps high up with the thing. It does it to short smash again at Deku, which Deku is pretty much doing a full counter, which Hex already knows about it, and she pretty much did do her own full felling and use both of her legs and kicks the short smash back, which Deku didn't expect and gets hit back. Now Deku gets up saying, "You're good, sister. I see you've been training." Checks. She pretty much smiles and says, had to get a little bit stronger than my older brother. Or you could say, not as an older brother, but as my twin brother. Getting stronger as my twin brother. Getting a little bit stronger to protect him, which Deku says, as you wish. Like, as wish. And goes for a kick, which Hicks get hit by it, but she pretty much backs up, and you're going to say she used, you could say, all of it all together and start doing multiple sword smashes without delay, which Deku, he's dodging them left and right and stuff. You could say doing a little bit of a instinct, you could say. And this is where he does a backflip, and he used the same one for all quirk and does a sword smash kick down on his sister, which his sister dodges it, and Deku says what? Which Deku was just playing around, but this is where she kicks him out the ring real hard, sending him flying face first in the wall. Everybody's saying, ooh, but everybody's cheering, saying, Hex win, which Deku gets up and he says, ready for round 2, sister? Which Hex says, oh, it's on. Which they leap back at each other till the teachers both, come at them and pretty much stops them, saying the match is already over. Which Deku and Hex says, oh. Now, after that whole matches and stuff, they pretty much all get their medal stuff. Deku gets in second place. Todoroki gets in, you could say third. Gets in third, and Hex gets in first. Now, everybody's, suffering now, and now this is how everybody gets their sponsors. Now, since All Might saw how Deku used the one for all quirk and questioning and saying, how did he? And he pretty much says, you know what? I want Deku and Hex is going to go to my old mentor to get their training. And they pretty much get a sponsorship from that. In which All Might tells them about their old teacher and how they're going to get training about the one for all quirk. And All Might asks Deku, how do you have my quirk? I never gave it to you. Which Deku says, you remember when you saved me from that lab? I pretty much got injected with the serum. I don't know what quirk it was, but a girl, this awful one's daughter, pretty much told me that it was pretty much his quirk, one for all, if you know. Which All Might is terrified because he knows about, All For One and what he can do with the quirk and how possibility. But he saw Deku use it in a good way. Which All Might is saying, okay, well, we talk about this later. Now we're gonna say a couple weeks ago, or the next day. Everybody start going to the sponsorships. Everybody goes to the same thing, except for you could say except for the SCPs. All of them goes to a separate sponsorship. We're gonna say that's the mask. The mask, he goes to the sponsorship with Midnight and Lady. I think they're together. and he pretty much gets training from them. Which he only accepted them because they was begging ladies. We're all gonna admit he only went there for those. And plus, Momochiki was there, so he went there for just to see her. Now for the computer, he went with the I forgot that superhero name, but he pretty much went with that superhero with the interrogation and stuff to learn interrogation and all that stuff. But also he wanted to get more information of the world and stuff, and learn the secrets and what's happening and who has secret weapons and all that. Now we're gonna say uh switch to the werewolf SCP and the Nine-Tailed Fox. Now they get chosen into I think the superhero. We're gonna say the superhero with the who has the wings. We're gonna say he was there accepting people in. He accepted both of them because actually no, the person who knows how to know about transformation and mutation quirks, and he thought they had a mutation quirk and transformation quirk, so he pretty much accepted them with the other quirk users like that. Now that's it. For now, we're gonna switch to Hex and Deku. Now, they're pretty much waiting for the old man to see. Deku says, "Huh? So you must be All Might's teacher." And she says, "You you dang right I am." Which he pretty much says, "Well, before we start our training, make me some tea." Which Deku says, "Understood, sir." Understood, sir. And pretty much Hex and Deku runs to make him some tea and stuff. Now, he started explaining the training and what they need to do, and they start the training, and they're learning relatively easy. And as the old man is explaining, like, what's, how to use full clown, and it has to flow through you, he says, oh, so like this, and he pretty much activates his full clown, which Hex does it too, and which the old man is at press, and really, really amazing, saying, huh, you learn quicker than my old pupil. Oh my, huh, old boy, that boy, which they both start laughing. Now they get, you could say, a couple more weeks, start training and then learning how to use their full cowling, the fullest that they could be, and how to like blitz and how to blitz and stuff and be much faster. And they also train with each other, so like as they're like going extremely fast, plus with the genetics, like they're like they can't be seen, and they're also like jumping, like using the air. You could say the Maracudas of the air to jump in the sky and to bounce left and right and to attack each other, which uh, All Might's master is saying, huh, look like, oh, they're very unique. All Might made two great successors, which he doesn't know that Deku has the all from one quirk and he just got it from that. So, pretty much, they're done with the training, all the students and stuff, and they start heading back to school. Now, this is where the teacher or the principal, well, the teacher's pretty much, acting all the like the students' parents, like if they can stay at the school. I think at the school places to have their own rooms and stuff to stay at school so they can be watched so they won't get hurt or get captured after that whole villain attack. Which the parents are all saying yes, including Deku's and Deku's mom and dad. Now they pretty much get their own rooms and stuff. And Deku creates his room in, you could say, in this like cool gothic way, but like this vibe way, where everyone can chill and hang out. Now, pretty much the SCPs gets their rooms too, which everybody's checking out the rooms and stuff, and everybody else's rooms is the same, which they go check for. Now everybody's about to check Deku room and pretty much the SCP's room and Hex room. Now they see Hex room first, and her room is pretty much is, you could say, cute, but a little bit, you could say, tiny bit weird and scary, because she has like a poster of a horror movie, and also like horror movie and like of a killer bunny. And also she has like a cute bunny and a wolf beside her bed, like plushies and stuff. And they're saying cute, but a little bit scary. Now for Deku, his is like a cool vibe room with a beanbag and video games. He has video games at the TV where video games at, and he also has a cool bed, a bed where you can have pretty much for two, not for one, but two, and he pretty much has cool posters, and he has a poster of All Might right there, and a poster of you could say, of a girl, of a girl with a wrench saying like equal equal quality work, not equal quality work, but like you know, anyone can work hard as you. So, but yeah, it's pretty much cool vibe. But it also has a horror poster too, and he has some killer plushies like Leatherface and all that. Now, and also a rabbit with a mask. He has a poster of a rabbit with a mask. Now we switch to the SCPs now, and their rooms are pretty much you could say different too. Now for the computer SCP, it's nothing in there but a computer, but it's like a high cool technology computer, and it's just a bed. And he does have some posters, but it's like a poster of like revolution and like technology and stuff, and like Albert Einstein and his like poster of the tongue and stuff, which they're saying, wow, you're more as a nerd as which so it says, hey. I mean, now they switch to the mask room, which Momoshiki is like decided to want to know what's his room about, and his room is pretty much, you could say, nice. Like it's like it's like a room of a god, you could say. Like it's like that, or like a demigod. Like he has like plants or like tree life on the walls. He has like, you could say, a nice notorious bed with a lion, or you could say cover thing, a bear cover thing, which nice. It's over like rumming pillows, rumming initial on it, and he has a TV, but it's like, you could say, yeah, a nice TV, but like a glorious TV, like with a, you could say like golden rich TV, and he has like a computer or a laptop, and also like a mini fridge and stuff, and they're saying, wow, your room's really nice, which he says, ah, stop. So you want to come to my room later on? Where she blushes and says, maybe. Now, for the last one, Nighttail Fox and the Wolf Girl. The Wolf Girl pretty much has a nice room, but a nice room and stuff. But her room is like kind of like you could say a Viking room with initials and all that. And also, she has a plushie of Hex, which Hex says, "Is that a plushie of me?" Which you know, the Wolf Woman says, "Yeah," or the Wolf Girl saying, "Yeah, I'm blushing hard." Which she says, "Oh, that's pretty cute." Or she says, "Oh." Now, you could say, Uraka is getting a little bit even more jealous, you could say. Now, we switch to the Nighttail Fox, and her room is like a unique samurai, like kind of a Japanese vibe. So they're being like, huh, I'm feeling some like cool Japanese vibe, like some, like we're in the old samurai age and stuff. Like everybody's saying that too, which she says, huh, I'm glad Cha-Cha felt that way. And which she pretty much goes up to Deku and whispers to him, saying, come to my room later on. Which Deku says, Now, everybody's in their room, and this is where Hex is outside, just sitting down, looking at the stars and stuff, and eating her food, eating her little rice, you could say rice ball. And this is where well, not Bako, but pretty much Uraka comes and sits next to her and says, "Well, can we talk?" Which Hex says, "Yeah, we can talk," and smiling. Now, Uraka is pretty much expressing her feelings and said how she really feels about her, and she doesn't just want her to be with any other girl and stuff, and she really likes her. It's just as where Hex smiles and pretty much, romantically kisses her and says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've been, with other girls, but I really do like you. I really do like you, Baraka, but I'm like a rabbit. I'm a wild creature who goes around and pretty much roams around the world and stuff, doing things. And like to see everybody and like to know everybody. Which Baraka, you know, she understands because she doesn't know how, but she understands. But Uraka just smiles and says, "Please, at least try not to keep like meeting other girls and stuff." Which uh, Hex says, "Well, would you like to come to my room?" Which you could say Uraka says, "Yeah." Now we switch to Deku in his room, and he's pretty much playing the video games and stuff. And it's pretty much minding his own business, chilling. Which the mask is in his room too, and the computer. They're pretty much in the room talking to each other and stuff, and Deku is pretty much talking to you could say the computer, or we're gonna call him Jack. We're gonna call him Jack, the SCP computer, but as you know as Jack. Now Jack is pretty much saying, the SCP Foundation, they're very pissed about the SCPs are missing in the Psychic nuke. Now they're trying to figure out if it's any more trace of us alive or here or there, which Uh, Deku saying, nah, trust me. You already have that covered, right? Which Jack says, yeah, it's all set. But there's an SCP I kind of want to break free because we was kind of having a talk about exhaustion and he could have helped me escape. Which Deku asks, what is the SCP? Which he says, well, his name is the Plague Doctor, but his name is SCP 0-49. Which Deku says, I think I read his files when I was at the thing. He's pretty dangerous. I heard he can kill the whole world and bring plague to the world. He's like more like death, which uh you could say pretty much the computer says, yeah, he is like that, but I think we can fix his ability to bring death. Instead of like bring death, he can heal people. Which pretty much Deku says, alright, well, I guess we can try to, free him and stuff. Now, the masked man is saying, yeah, but also, since he's at that facility with that creature, you could say the mortal being, he hates humanity. If we attack that facility and it pretty much breaks loose, he's pretty much going to be free too. He's going to be trying to destroy the Earth because he hates human race and all his kind. Which Deku is asking pretty much the mask, like, what do you mean he hates the, you could say, human race? Which he's explaining the whole thing of like, we don't know. Like, the scientists by myself always talk about him, explaining that, no one knows why he hates the human race, but he's very sentient. He very much hates them. This is where Deku says, all right, I guess we just have to just get him out. Now, we pretty much still on this, but we're gonna finish this part right here. But pretty much the Nighttail Fox comes in and she's pretty much saying, I thought I asked you to come to my room. Which Deku says, well, I didn't want to come to your room. Which they both pretty much grab their stuff and say, yeah, bro, we're gonna see you. See you later. And they go to their rooms. Now this is where the masked man sees Momoshiki and he says, oh hey. And she says, oh hey too. So can we go to your room? But she blushes when he says, yeah, I would love that. Now they pretty much go in the room, have that thing. This is where you could say the Nighttail Fox and Deku as they're talking. She's pretty much trying to have an argument with him, saying, why do you never listen to me or like wants to hang out with me and stuff? Which Deku's saying, listen, you try to pierce me. And for all I know, you're probably trying to kill me again and trying to eat my lovely parts or anything. This is where she pretty much is saying that's not going to happen this time. Which, she's pretty much, smiling saying, well, that's not going to happen. Deku gets up and goes to her face and saying, oh yeah? And she pretty much says, oh yeah. And she pretty much cuts off the light. Cuts off the light, and you could say they do their thing. Now, I'm not going into detail because, like I said, there's no detail in this. But next morning, you could say they all wake up, and Razorhead is pretty much explaining to them that they're going to, actually, no. Razorhead is pretty much talking to them and, saying, oh, crap, I forgot about something. The training. I forgot about the whole stain art. I missed that out. I'm so sorry that I didn't do that. But we're going to do a quick stain art because I already know what to do. So, but remember, this part of what happened is still in there, but this is going to be the quick stain art. Now, Deku, but I'm going to kind of work my magic to this memory. Now, Deku is thinking past, which Sonata looks at, or you could say the nerd with glasses, or the guy with glasses, Sonata, or Indetta. Pretty much it looks at Deku, and pretty much, he walks up to Deku saying, thank you for saving my brother and, stopping Stain. Which he says, oh yeah, and he remembers. And we're going to do a quick flashback. Deku's pretty much doing a quick flashback and telling the story to pretty much Sonata's brother, as he healed him. And telling what really happened and how did it, happen. Which, we're going to switch to our arc and pretty much went to the thing, and there was a Nomo attack, which the Nomos are attacking and stuff, and they was looking for Stain. Now, he pretty much got trapped in the place, and we all know how it happens when he's doing the whole speech that you hurt my brother and all that. And this is where Deku comes in and says, huh, so you must be Stain, the hero killer. Which Stain says, huh, I guess my name is recognized. Which Deku says, oh no, your name is not recognized, I just wanted to say that to make you feel happy. This is where Stain gets mad and throws his knives at Deku, which Deku catches him and throws them back at him, which Stain dodges. And Deku pulls out his knife. You could say his knife and says, oh, shall we have a knife to the death then? Which Stain says, I'll be glad to have that fight. And Deku pretty much, use a wind quirk and pushes everybody away from that battle. Which Stain is saying, what the hell? And he pretty much blocks the whole wall with ice and fire, which Stain can't escape. Or you could say with magma, lava at the wall. And Deku's pretty much smiling, saying, this is going to be a fight to death, so you can't escape, alright? And Deku is pretty much making a big, creepy grin, like a nasty, creepy grin smile, And this is where Deku conjure up some Looney Tunes, like some creepy cat Looney Tunes and creatures. And they're pretty much saying, alright folks, this is going to be a match of lifetime. This is going to be a death to a death battle. No one blinks. This is going to go. Which, all the cartoons are about the side saying, yeah, go. Kill him. Let's see some blood. They're all going wacky, which Stain is confused and saying, what the hell? And Deku leaps at him with speed, using, you could say, full caling, about to slash Stain, which Stain backs up and cuts Deku at the throat, which Deku pretty much, almost couldn't take it by the throat, but cuts him by the side, which Deku backs up and says, huh, this is where Stain licks the knife to get blood crawl off of Deku, which Deku is pretty much saying, ugh. And he says, psych, and Stain says, what? And pretty much Deku goes behind him, kicking him in the back, pretty much breaking half of his rib cage half of his ribs by the side. And Stain gets up holding his sides, coughing on the blood, saying, well, how did you? Which Deku says, oh, you mean, how did I do what? And licks the blade. And pretty much Stain is still saying, what? Why can I not move? Which Deku says, well, I know what quirk you have, which you have a quirk of name Blood Coral, if I'm correct. Which, Stain said, how do you know my quirk? And this is where, Deku says, I know, everything about you. This is where Stain gets mad. and it says, "You don't know nothing about me," and activate that blood. You could say that blood fear thing, and pretty much Deku doesn't get affected by it, but like some of the heroes who like come in and about to like try to save Deku and stuff, or try to see what's happening, they feel the fear and they start trembling and all that. Now Stain is about leaping at Deku, is about to do the final stab, you could say. So Deku grabs the blade and he breaks it. He breaks it. He stabs the blade through his hand and he breaks it. And he pretty much stabs Stain with his own blade, killing Stain. And he pulls it out. He pretty much pulls out his hand, saying, "Huh, look at Sony was stronger. Oh well, must been me." And he pretty much makes the wall fall down. He pretty much walks to Ideta and asks, "Are you okay?" But he pretty much gets up and says, "Yeah, did you kill him?" "Yeah, I killed him. You said you wanted him dead, so I might as well just do the job for you." This is where he pretty much gets up and thanks Deku. He says, "But my brother is still in a coma, in the hospital, and they don't know if he can walk or use his quirk again or be a hero." Which Deku laughs and said, "I got it. I can fix him. I can fix him up. Let's just go." And she says, "What? You can?" And she says, "Yeah, I can fix him up, and maybe give him a hint's quirk or something." Which he's confused about it. Now they switch back to flashback, and the Razorhead is asking, "Oh, Deku, was you listening to what I'm saying? We're basically gonna go to camp. We're basically gonna go to camp and get y'all and go to a virtual battle camp." Which Deku says, "Oh yeah, of course. I was listening to everything." Now, this is gonna be part 4, I believe so. Part 4 of what if Deku was the son of SCP 1309. So, yeah, 1309 if I'm correct. If I forgot the number again. But Jane Secret, if you like, get those likes up and subscribe, share this with your friends and all that. But I'm Keyshawn Chia. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And also, I'm going to keep making videos today, so stay tuned to that. But peace out.